my favorite spot around 3 a.m. So we're going to talk about the middle pillar. The middle pillar is a ritual of raising Kundalini energy and getting your spheres of sensation or chakras circulating chi, all of them. So what you'll do is first open up with a Kabbalistic cross. So close your eyes and you view yourself getting larger and larger. You got your sword mudra up and you grow larger than your city, state, country. You blast out into the cold depths of space. And then you break out through into what's called the Aim so far, the limitless light of God. And you're surrounded by brilliant white light, the Lukes. And you bring some of this down into your third eye. And you say, Ate. And touch your genitals and say, Makut. And touch your right shoulder, Vigebura. Touch your left shoulder, Vigedula. ELOHIM, Amen. Okay. Now, we're going to be focusing on your crown, on our crown chakra and third eye, and we're going to be saying, hey. We're going to say it 3 times. And each time there's a light, an orb of light that grows bigger each time we say it. And this will be a white light. So we're going to be saying, Now, by a shaft of white light, it goes down to your throat chakra, and you say, Yod He Vav He Elohim. Yod He Vav He Elohim. This is a blue sphere that starts growing, a blue sphere of light. Yod He Vav He Elohim. Yod He Vav He Elohim. Now this shaft of light goes to your heart chakra, and it's going to be growing green. You say, Yod He Vav He ELOAH DAATH. Yod He Vav He ELOAH DAATH. Yod He Vav He Now the shaft of light goes down to your genital area, and it's going to be a purple light that grows, and you're going to say, Shaddai El-Kai, Shaddai El-Kai. SHADDAI. Now the shaft of light shoots down below your feet into the center of the earth, where a black sphere with yellow light permeates and starts growing and growing, and it grows around to your shins. Each time you say this, ADONAI ARETZ MELECH, ADONAI ARETZ MELECH, ADONAI ARETZ MELECH. Now, we do what's called the circulation of the body of light. It's also called the microcosmic orbit in Qigong. And you picture an orb of light coming up from your genital area all the way up to your third eye on the inhale. And then when it comes to your third eye and crown and starts going down your back, you're going to exhale as it goes down your spine. You're going to hold you're going to be doing the fourfold breath. And so on the inhale, goes up, hold for 4 seconds. And then on the exhale, it goes down the spine, hold for 4 seconds. And then bring it back up the front. Hold for 4 seconds. Go down. Hold for 4 seconds. Bring it back up one more time. You do this 3 times. Now imagine the lights at your crown, and it's gonna actually the lights at the base of your spine, and you're gonna go exhale, and the light goes up your spine, and then on the inhale, and the light goes up your spine, and on the exhale, the light goes down the front of your body. So we're reversing the current. Now breathe and feel the white light, the white orb of light come up the left side, your left leg, and come up the left side of the body. And fill the whole left side and your left arm with the light on the inhale, and on the exhale it goes down the right side of the body. Do that 3 times. Now we're going to reverse the current, and on the inhale, it's going to go up the right side of the body and go down the left side of the body. Now, for brevity's sake, I did everything 3 times. A really, really powerful middle pillar. You'd want to do all the 5 pillars. You'd want to do them like 5 to 10 times a piece. and the body of light circulation. You'd want to do those each going up the front inhale, going up the back inhale, going up the left inhale, and going up the right inhale. You want to do each of those four 5 to 10 times a piece for a really powerful middle pillar. And you'll feel a change in your chakras. Your chakras are, you have a body of energy that exists right outside of like your visible light. And we call this the aura. It's the toroidal field. And within the toroidal field, there's 7 smaller toroidal fields or vortexes of energy that spin, and they regulate the amount of chi or prana, the vital energy that is going out throughout different centers in your body to different organs and meridian points and shit like this. So with that middle pillar, you're opening up your chakras, you're aligning them, and then with the body of light, you are dispersing all that energy throughout your whole body. All right, so that's the middle pillar exercise. And I wanted to do the invocation of Thoth today, but I'm on a new medication that was making me so fucking tired and shit. And I have to actually write it down and prepare some notes for that one. I am the Lord, God of knowledge and wisdom, the Almighty Lord of the earth. ARETZ. That was my friend Koi. Hey, Koi, are you in the group anymore, man? Yeah, you are, right? I think you're in the group. I made a new, I made a new group and sent an invite to you and shit. So like, yeah, it's pretty dope. I got rid of all the fat, cut the fat out of it, meaning all the people that weren't real practitioners of the great work. But you are definitely a magi, my friend, and you are welcome to any of my stuff anytime. It's a better group. There's a more positive vibe with it. I feel a lot better now. I had to integrate like these massive downloads or whatever that I got during that Lionsgate portal thing, where like my magical name really manifested itself. Like Frater Sapientia, it means Sapientia is I did the English to Latin translation of Sophia, the Greek goddess of all wisdom, and your magical name is a manifestation spell. And be careful what you wish for, man. I had all wisdom and knowledge in the universe for a minute there, and I did not want it. It was too much. Like I couldn't even like talk to people, because like it was just like I knew everything they were thinking, and like you don't want to know that. You don't want to know everything, dude. And although that is a piece of me, like I'm like assuming the god form of Odin. Actually, I did while I was yelling at Jack one night. I turned into like someone else, like all my invocations of Thoth. That's Odin, and so I've been invoking this god form, and it's within my DNA, anyways. I'm part of a Viking lineage, so I've never studied Norse stuff very much. I mean, I know the regular exoteric knowledge of Norse mythology, but I do know what Odin's all about, and I definitely have been like assuming his god form without even doing anything. It's a reverberating effect of doing so much magical ritual. Shit, yeah, graduated. Oh shit, you graduated school? What happened? You graduated school last weekend? What kind of school? You're what the fuck? What school was it for? It was for work. It was for massage therapist. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, bud. Yeah. Massage therapy, man. That's what Jack is going for too, dude. That's a great fucking shit, man. Healing people. That's ultimately what the great work like seems to be like. The true will is it's always going to end up being like helping people in some way, shape, or form. But doing real help, giving people real help. I have a girl now, bro. Fucking, it's pretty tight. My heart is happy, so that's cool. Love. Yeah. Oh, Soup is Oren. Yeah, Oren's doing it too. Jack and Oren are both going to the Edgar Casey school. Yeah, man. Thank you, bro. Dude, I love this girl, and it's effortless. Like, it's just effortless, and she's so kind. She's not like a slut. She hasn't been around, you know? She's like complete wife material, dude. Like, I am gonna marry this girl. You know, in the way that Jeff would marry someone. Like, I'm not gonna get the government involved, but yeah, I'm gonna put a ring on her finger, dude. Because a friend of mine, Zach, in the group, he made me realize that I was doing Venus workings every single Friday to bring in a partner, a girl that was like on my level and loved me completely for who I am, and I love her for who she is. Now, manifesting something like that, I guess I did that for about a year and then stopped, and I completely forgot about it. I stopped about 6 months ago. Completely forgot about all those workings. And that's what you're supposed to do, though, is because I was doing them every week, I had them on my mind, but manifestation happens like when it's completely out of your mind, and you don't have what is called the lust of results on your mind. Hey, Lady Bathory. How does one balance love and the great work? She's involved. She's involved with me in it because I started telling her about it, and she's a poet, and a writer. Like she actually went to school for like a BA in English something, and she's a fucking great poet, dude. Like when someone says, "Hey, you want to read my poetry?" Usually 10 times out of 10 it's gonna suck, but her poetry is actually shit that's like, it's gripping and it's beautiful. Some of it's sad, some of it's funny. Like she's like a very good writer. And writing is an occult art. It's manifestation. And poems are sigils. And we were like, she's a natural just like witch without even, I just bring it to her consciousness. And I told her like I could teach her the stuff that I do, and I brought her into the group and shit, and she's met a lot of people in there, and she knows what it's all about. Like, you know, I told her about the LBRP. In fact, I just got finished. I'm making this video because I put together a daily regimen thing for her to do, and the middle pillar, I'm making this video right now for her, but I'm broadcasting it for everybody. I'm restarting like all the shit on my channel because I took the channel down for a while, and then when I brought it back up, all my videos were locked, and I would have to go through and unlock them manually, and there's like hundreds of videos. So I'm just starting new, and when you go to my page, you go to the live tab. That's where all my videos will be from now on. Like you'll be able, like I'm starting from the Kabbalistic cross to the LBRP. Now I'm doing the middle pillar. My next video is going to be on the lesser invoking ritual of the pentagram. So the great work is in tandem with my relationship. Like I said, it's effortless. There's nothing that she is not. There's nothing that I'm into that she's not. She's really curious about, you know, beginning this shit. She started doing it like 2 days ago. She started actually doing the practices, which is more than I could say for a lot of people that I kicked out of our group. You know, and some people weren't even doing lesser banishing rituals of the pentagram and shit. And so yeah, she's 100, bro. How do you balance great work with a relationship? I don't know, because luckily, I mean, it would be like just like if you were into Freemasonry, you know, every week there's, I don't know how Freemasons roll, but like maybe I think they only have one thing a week. Yeah, bro. I haven't had a relationship in 8 years. I don't do one night stands. I wasn't trying to get my dick wet and shit. That's not what I cared about. I really was looking for like a wife, like someone I could fucking be with that we completely get each other, and it's not weird now that I look back and see what I was trying to manifest and just like how fate lined up. It's more of God's plan too. Like we can do our manifestation stuff. We can do those things, and we can manifest little things for ourselves, but like there is like a fate. Like there is God's plan, and it's flexible, but like it's still like you're gonna arrive at the same places. So I can't tell, like this feels like more of like a God thing than the result of like a magical working, because it's a pure love. Like we've been with each other only like a week, and I've already begun to say, like, you know, we've already begun to use the L word with each other. And we both like truly mean it. And it's fucking beautiful, man. I suggest getting a girl. Or do you have a girl, right? If not, get one. They'll make you feel. Get a good girl. Look for one to settle down with, man. Because you'll feel completed a little bit more than you were before meeting her. I guarantee that. If she's like if she's like wife material and all that. And like my girl, she's a Leo. I'm an Aquarius. We direct, like, that's the direct opposing sign. What's up, Brandon? How you doing, man? But like, we work so well together, and we can understand each other. Plus, my ascendant sign is Leo, so we're both like leaders. Like, I don't have to follow her. She doesn't follow me. We both are just like walking hand in hand, and that it's a partnership, so it's cool. And I feel integrated after those crazy ass downloads and shit that I was getting. I've been able to integrate all that shit. It looked like Kundalini psychosis, but I assure you it's not. I've gone through Kundalini psychosis twice. That wasn't cool. And this time I just started seeing everything for what it was, and I needed certain things from my mom, like to give me like independence and let me be my own autonomous human being. And I get disability. She's my payee. She was like holding back money for me and shit. And like, I just saw life going nowhere because nothing was happening. I had like a group on Telegram, and motherfuckers in there were barely paying attention to the shit I was saying. I know you guys were, and that, you know, that's why I made a new one with just the people that were doing the shit. But like, I looked around and it was just like, I'm doing shit for no reason now. Like, life, I mean, I really had a good case. I mean, life didn't have a purpose. So, like, and I could see everything for what it was, and the only logical thing was to fucking just go ahead and clock out early, walk out of the movie early. Luckily, like, it was weird. I was last thing I was gonna do before like throwing myself into a ravine and feeding myself to gators was I wanted to give my grandmother this Bible, and it was my Masonic Bible, and it turned out not being her house that I was knocking at. I left the Bible on the doorstep. It was like some guy, and the neighbors called the police because I was like yelling grandma, and it was some dude that lived at this place. Although I've been to my grandmother's house a lot, like, but it just turned out to not be her place that I was knocking the door at, even though it looked exactly like, it was weird, man. But the cops like started rolling through the neighborhood, and I was on my way to go to this place, and the cops picked me up. And then when my grandmother didn't answer her door, I was kind of like, damn, am I about to like meet my grandma? Like, fucking, I was wondering if she was okay. And then I started thinking like, wow, like, maybe I don't want to like fucking do this. Maybe like, a grandmother shouldn't be burying her grandson. I started thinking about my family and shit. And then the cop rolled up on me and was like, hey, what are you doing, bud? And I was just honest with him. I was like, hey, man. He was like, were the one knocking on that guy's door? And I was like, yeah, I was like, guy, what do you mean? He was like, yeah, it's a dude that lives there. I was like, no, I was like, I was trying to leave my grandmother a Bible before I go kill myself. And he got out of the car and he's like, all right, man, you know that I have to put you in, you know, the lock up the psych ward for that. I was like, fuck, I know, man. I was like, can you please take me to Park Royal? Because there's, I've been locked up in psychiatric wards before, man. So like, there's this one, it's for the public that doesn't have insurance. It's called Salus Care, and it's like no care at all. Um, and then Park Royal is for people with insurance, and it's a little bit better. But so the cop was, you know, when he rolled up, I guess like I gained my senses back. Like, dude, you do have shit to live for, man. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And right, it was like I was telling my holy guardian angel to suck my cock. Like, I was like, and that is, the ego is the shadow. So it's like the part of you that wants shit, but it may not be good for you. Like, your ego can be good or bad, depending on what it's aligned with, and it could be aligned with your holy guardian angel or your lower daemon. And mine was straight up fucking acting in accordance with my Karanzan. My holy guardian angel is a fucking female. Like, I remember this trip I had where I took a fatal dose. I could take a lot of drugs and not die. I took like what would be a fatal dose of dextromethorphan, DXM, and I turned into my holy guardian angel. I had like a vagina and tits and shit. It was pretty dope. But yeah, dude. And then I talked to my holy guardian angel and shit, and she said to not have any fear ever about anything. So I don't. Which can be good or bad. Like, having no fear. Like, I mean, I don't fear death at all, and I openly welcome it, or I was openly welcoming it. I mean, I don't fear death. I don't fear anything. But maybe that's like the key to like unlocking what you really want in life. What I really want in life is love. Like, why I have this channel, it's for friends. It's so I can hang out with y'all and just kick it and shit. Why I have the group is to have a sort of family, dude. Because you choose your family when you get older. And then I was looking for like love, dude. Like romantic wife type shit, and I found it, dude. And it'll last a very long time. I guarantee that. But like all the magic I had done, it was like snapping a rubber band back and the rubber band coming forward, and just like all this energy hitting me at once. Boom. And I was having Kundalini activation after activation, crack my fucking crown chakra open. And it was like, that was a little bit scary. But then after that, like, my third eye was like completely open. I was like directly connected to like the source of the force. It's like fucking, it was a little saucy. It was a little crazy at first. So I went to the fucking mental hospital for a week and just integrated, alchemized that and shit, and got back down to the basics, grounding, earth, shit like that, taking care of like knowing that I'm still like a human being in a body, and I need to take care of myself, and I should probably take care, like, in order to help others, I have to take care of myself, and I have to love myself and not fucking commit suicide. So I learned a useful lesson, and I gained something like a relationship that's out of control. That's it's not like honeymoon phase or anything. It's just like straight up. We're both, everybody in our group has autism, dog, including you, Koi. I bet you have like autistic tendencies. We're all on the spectrum in there, dude, because you kind of have to be to like be like really focused on the great work. Is like, it's a strange subject, and to have that ability to hyper focus on the shit that we hyper focus on, you're gonna be on the spectrum, man. And me and her are very direct with each other and very deliberate with our words, and it's just like we skipped all the phases of like any awkward. There was no awkwardness. There wasn't anything. It was just like, it was very autistic the way we got together. It was just like, I think I was like, I love you, like more than a friend, romantic love. She was like, I think I do too. I wouldn't be opposed if you wanted to ask me out. And I was like, well, this is me asking you out. She was like, all right. She lives an hour away from me, so I gotta hustle up a whip. I'll manifest that shit. But yeah, dude. So before this, though, I had not been in a relationship in like 8 years, dude. So there's hope to manifest anything you want, and there's hope for everybody in this motherfucker. Like, there's hope for finding whatever you're looking for. You will find it, as long as you are diligent, vigilant, and you persevere. You have perseverance. You will find and get whatever you want. Be careful what you wish for. Like, my magical name is Frater Sapientia, and I gained the knowledge of Sophia and the wisdom of Sophia, the wisdom of Odin. And I had to sacrifice a shell of myself, you know. That'd be like Odin's left eye, right? Like, I was a walking corpse that needed to shed its skin. Because climbing the tree of life is the path of a snake, no? So, yeah, there's no coincidences. My girl said today, I'm starting to think that there's not coincidences, and I was like, oh, you're just now beginning to see that truth? I was like, yeah, dude, there's no coincidences. Everything like is sewn together by a divine cosmic pattern. And within that cosmic pattern, we can dance. We can leave our friends behind that don't dance. We could find dancing partners. And life truly is beautiful, man. Like, if anyone's feeling suicidal or depressed or anything, like, you can hit me up. My telephone number is 239-980-1995. All my information is in my profile, including my phone number, and I'll pick up. But yeah, like Koi, how's your boy? Fucking, I talked to him for a quick minute and told him like he'd he pulled through it and everything. Like, he tried to talk to me. I told him that I was feeling suicidal and shit, but it was on a different, it wasn't in a way I could talk to anyone, because, like, I knew the things. It was just like suicide looked like the only logical thing to do, but it wasn't. And I'm glad that police officers, I still remember his name. His name was Andy Garcia. Or no. Yeah, Andy Garcia. Officer Andy Garcia. I respect the police, man. Those dudes have to, like, they're the first one. My method that I chose of, like, getting eaten by gators was because you get eaten by, I forget the name of the crocodile. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah, man. I love it. Fuck yeah. I love to hear that, man. That's great, dude. Fuck yeah. But I think it's, you get eaten by an alligator in the afterlife if the Magi wants to pass on to the halls of Amenti of the underworld. They have to have their heart weighed against a feather of Ma. And if your heart is heavier than her feather, you get eaten by this crocodile. It eats your soul. Well, I wanted that to be, the suicide was going to be a ritual. Like, the shit that I was found with, the cop was going through my bag. Man, I had, like, crystals and shit. Like, he was like, "Oh, what is this?" I was like, "Oh, those are crystals, man. It's not crystal meth, bro. I don't do drugs." Like, like fucking, but I had, like, dude, when I got out of the mental ward and I got my backpack back, like, I looked in it, like, it was just, like, it was so ready to go. I had, like, a whole ritual set up for how I was going to do the shit. But I didn't want to I wanted to leave the least traumatic crime scene, because cops got to, like, investigate that kind of shit and fucking, you know, I didn't want to blow my fucking face out. You know, I didn't want to leave, like, a horrible thing for the cops to find, because they have a hard job. Like, they have to deal with, they're the ones that have to deal with cleaning up suicides, investigating them, all that kind of stuff. They investigate homicides all the time. Like, one time my mom is a worry wart about me because I do have mental health issues, and, like, I'd lost my phone in the downtown area where I live, and all night I was looking for the motherfucker, and I called her at, like, 5 in the morning, and she had called the police, like put a missing persons report out already. Like, it was crazy. This was, like, a couple of years ago, and this officer, detective that by law, like, for operational procedure, he had to be the one to take me, like, get home and, like, close the case, and he was telling me, man, I'm so glad that, like, you know, this one, he was a homicide detective, and he was suicide too. So, like, he was like, I'm so glad that, like, you know, I'm just taking you home, bro, because sometimes, like, it ain't that lucky. Like, he was like, he was in bed, and he got a call that, you know, there was a possible, you know, my mom always thinks I'm, you know, I have been in a bad way, you know, in the past. Maybe I was suicidal around that time, and I just, you know, for me to go missing, she thought maybe I committed suicide. But anyways, like, he was telling me how bad it is. Like, he was like, dude, he was like, there's mental. I was like, how's the PTSD, man? How's that? How does that work? And he was like, man, that mental scarring is real, bro. He's like, I've seen some shit that no one wants to see, man. We have to deal with that. And I asked him how he dealt with it, and he said the strength of his wife. That was some G shit. Cops are fucking really cool people, man. The ones we see doing like fuck shit, those are people that cops that have been in the military would never do that shit. Like ex-military guys, they don't want to murder people, man. Like, and also they know how to subdue people with way less funnier things like tasers and like fucking arm bars and shit. Like, they don't have to shoot people to like prove to themselves that they're big and bad tough guys. Like, those are like real bad apples that, believe me, all the other officers hate, and they always show their asses in some way and get themselves kicked out the force. So I'm a supporter of cops, man. Like, that officer, if that officer would not have rolled by, I would have continued with the plan, dude. So, and he even, I told him to give the owner of the house that Masonic Bible and tell them I was sorry and shit. And because I was pounding on the door, I didn't break and enter or anything. I mean, it was my grandmother's house. I wasn't gonna like do that to her, my grandmother. Even though I was thinking maybe something was wrong, I was also thinking maybe she went to a doctor's appointment or something. This was like at 8 in the morning. So anyways, he went back, got that Bible, and took it to my mom's house and gave it to my mom afterwards. So I still have my Masonic Bible. But yeah, it's been a crazy couple of weeks. But I'm about spent, y'all. It's fucking late at night. I'm about to go to bed. So it was good talking to y'all. I love everybody, and have a great night. May the divine light descend upon you upon the path of return.